And a warm welcome to the program. I'm Melinda Kinlami. Our focus is on the South today, but first, our top story. Over 60 people have died after a boat carrying over 300 passengers capsized at the Bajibo River in Mokwa local government area of Niger State. A statement by the press secretary to the council chairman, Mr. Abubakar Dankani, explains that the boat was traveling from Amundi to Bajibo for the annual Maulud celebration when tragedy struck. The Niger State Emergency Agency says 150 people have been rescued as efforts are still ongoing. In September 2023, a similar boat carrying over 50 passengers capsized, killing 24 people who were on their way to the farm. Nigerians are still basking in the euphoria of Nigeria at 64 across southern states. In Akwa Ibom, the governor, Omoyeno, has expressed optimism and confidence in the ability of the country to come out of the current economic downturn stronger and more united. The governor was represented by his deputy, Senator Ekong Ekanyeyi, at a low-key event in Uyo, the state capital, and assured residents of the government's commitment to improve the economic fortunes in the state.
His Excellency Governor Omoyeno, the executive governor of Akwa Ibom State, has shown great concern for agriculture development in Akwa Ibom State. He has encouraged all the local governments to have farms. He has encouraged all the schools to have school farms. He has encouraged us as individuals to have our farms, no matter how small. And therefore, let that vision, let that dream, let that positive intention of the governor of Akwa Ibom State to ensure we have food in Akwa Ibom, on behalf of the governor, to once more appeal to the people of Akwa Ibom State. Let's take this vision very seriously and intentionally.
Meanwhile, in Delta State, Governor Sharif Oberiwori is preaching a message of hope and peace, appealing to Nigerians to have faith that the country will overcome its current challenges. The governor made this remark during a parade held at the Cenotaph, Asaba, the state capital, to celebrate the nation's 64th independence anniversary.
Today is bent offers us the opportunity to reflect on the journey so far and reaffirm our commitment to building the country of our dreams. It goes without saying that things are hard, very hard in the country, but we must not lose hope. That is the message I bring to us today. While challenges in life are inevitable, hope gives us the energy and motivation to forge ahead with a firm belief that there is always light at the end of the tunnel. We must believe that the future will be better than the past in some way, because every problem has a solution. In Nigeria, there will be a solution. In the words of the late reformist, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, we must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. And as a South African freedom fighter and human rights activist, Archbishop Desmond Tutu once said, hope is being able to see that there's light despite all of the darkness.
A subsidized transportation fare is what the Cross River State Governor, Basir Tu, is giving residents to help tackle the economic hardship. The governor was speaking at the UJ Sene Stadium in commemoration of the 64th independence celebration. Governor too asked residents to be patient as the president is doing all he can to place the nation on the right path.
As far as my administration is concerned, the foregoing is just the tip of the iceberg, as we are poised to roll out more incentives to cushion the hard economic reality everyone is facing now. We have noted the transport sector as being very impactful, and because of the nature of this sector, the prices varies up and down. So we've decided to visit that sector in the next few months. We want to make sure, in order to bring prices down, that we change almost all the commercial transport, both the bikes and of course the tricycles that are on our way now. And we believe by the time we do that, the price of transportation might reduce by almost 40%. When that is done, the prices of our foodstuffs will further go down even more. We are therefore celebrating the 64th Nigerian independence anniversary in Cross River State with justification and full optimism. With my purposeful governance, the state greatness is on course. We should therefore not despair over the challenging times we presently find ourselves. Every curve of our history as a people requires sacrifice, hope, and tenacity. While my administration will continue to uphold the high moral principles of accountability, empathy, selfless service, and sincerity in the cause of managing the commonwealth of the state entrusted to us by the people. Let's keep the collective hope and aspiration alive, that as the season of sweetness continues, Cross River State will be great.
To other issues now, but still in Cross River State, in an effort to foster economic growth, the National Sugar Development Council, in line with the House of Representatives Committee on Industry, has embarked on a workshop in Calabar, the state capital. Speaking to journalists, the Executive Secretary, National Sugar Development Council, Mr. Kamal Barkin, explained that the aim of the event is to create awareness on the impact and sustainability of sugar production in the country. The industry looks forward to a large production of sugar, not just for immediate consumption, but export purposes.
The National Sugar Development Council, in partnership with the House of Representatives Committee on Industry, is holding a 4-day workshop in Calabar, Cross River State, to raise awareness about collaboration for Nigeria's sugar industry development. The workshop focuses on boosting economic growth by exploring opportunities in sugar production. The Executive Secretary of the National Sugar Development Council highlighted the benefits and value chains in sugar production, emphasizing the potential opportunities within the sector. He also pointed out that the sugar industry plays a significant role in the economic growth of host communities.
The whole purpose of this session is to enable us to take a deep dive into the sector which the agency superintends, to provide proper context to the House Committee members for them to properly understand the sector, to enable us to highlight the achievements so far recorded in the sector, to identify the challenges, more importantly, to share our plans going forward for the development of the sector, and to be able to elicit and obtain the cooperation and the buy-in and the support.
Honorable Dolapo Badru, chairman of the House Committee on Industry, praised the council for its efforts and promised the necessary support for achieving key priorities by 2025.
Mr. President, in his quest to strategically position the country to be self-sufficient in the sugar subsector of the economy, this sector is very strategic to the overall vision of the country and can therefore not be treated with levity.
Participants, stakeholders, and council members expressed their appreciation to the organizers for the initiative and were encouraged to actively engage in the collaboration.
So I believe that our people engaging the Sugar Council and participating and cultivating sugar, it will help to enrich their pockets and also help us in our quest to ensure food security. And of course, it will add to our GDP. And in such way, we will help to reduce the hardship that is being experienced in the country.
The government recognized that
the development of the sugar industry is seen as a way to create jobs, boost economic growth, and contribute to food security through self-sufficiency.
The Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, has launched the second phase of its Holistic Opportunities Project of Engagement, known as Project Hope, an initiative aimed at training and empowering youths in the region. At the launch of the program in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, the NDDC Managing Director, Mr. Samuel Buku, says the initiative is aimed at creating jobs for youths across various sectors, such as agriculture and technology.
It's been more than a year since the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, launched the first phase of the Holistic Opportunities Projects of Engagement, known as Project Hope. After completing the first phase, which registered more than 3 million youths in its database, the Commission is now launching the second phase of its Youth Empowerment Program at the River State Information Communication and Technology Center in Port Harcourt. The second phase of the Project Hope will train beneficiaries in areas such as agriculture, technology, entrepreneurship, arts and marine industries, amongst other fields.
This initiative is designed to harness the potentials of our youth and provide them with viable avenues for self-actualization and economic empowerment. The second phase we are launching here today focuses on the implementation of 8 strategic programs.
The creative director of the NDDC Project Hope, Blessing Fubara, explains that the project aims to enhance the skills and capacities of young people in the Niger Delta, unlock their potential, and provide them with opportunities for economic empowerment and self-sufficiency.
Today, we are launching an implementation of the Renewed Hope Agenda. In the first phase of the Project Hope, last year, 4th July precisely, we launched the first phase of the project, which was to do proper needs assessment, to give the NDDC as an interventionist agency a statistics authority to know who we are, what we can do, what we are doing. This, we think, is a parameter to enable us to have sustainable intervention programs and projects for the youth.
The Managing Director of the NDDC, Dr. Samuel Obuku, calls for collaboration with stakeholders, including state governments and the private sector, in order to ensure the successful implementation of the second phase. He emphasizes that Project Hope is different from previous empowerment programs, which often failed due to poor implementation structures.
With Project Hope, for those of you who came all the way from Akure, came all the way from Owerri, and came all the way from Asaba, we don't think you need to be coming back to Port Harcourt, because with this, we are going to implement our distribution ratio, which is equality of states and quantum of production. And based on that, on every program we are going to carry out, you find out that it is going to replicate that way. This program,
if successful, NDDC's Project Hope will serve as a model for human capacity development, training and empowering no fewer than 9,000 youths across the 9 states of the Niger Delta for self-reliance.
Welcome back. Members of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, are optimistic that the long-anticipated commencement of operations at the Port Harcourt Refinery will lead to a significant reduction in the price of petrol. The refinery, which has repeatedly missed production deadlines, is still being expected to begin operations as promised by the federal government. The IPMAN National President, Mr. Abubakar Shetima, believes that the output from the Port Harcourt Refinery, coupled with that of the Dangote Refinery, will increase local supply and help stabilize the economy.
On my way coming, I have seen so many abundance filling stations, but I assure you with my coming, the association will be, the whole filling station will start functioning properly. Amen. And all your products, all your allocation products will be provided to you as the way you presented your ticket will be loaded in time. And that is the reason why, due to my coming, you have seen that we closed down the portal to make sure that all the existing tickets are being loaded. And very soon, I know they are discharging product here in Port Harcourt. And immediately when the portal is being opened, anybody who paid, he will load his product as when due. There will be no more delay.
After the stakeholders meeting, the national executives also paid a courtesy call to the monarch in Okrika local government area and asked for support for the association's activities.
I am here to tell you emphatically today, not taking his position, but telling you today that Ip Man is one body today. And to also let him know that me, your son, whom you have brought out and said I should go to serve this great land and the association, is in consonance, working with the national president. We have never had any disagreement any day. He took me as his son from day one till this day. And that is how, by the grace of God, it will be till the end of my service time in the unit. But also, we have some challenges that we know if we place them before you also, you would help in sorting most of them out for us, knowing that Ip Man today is a one-way road.
The politics now. The River State chapter of the All Progressives Congress, led by the reinstated chairman, Mr. Emeka Beke, has confirmed its participation in the upcoming council polls on October the 5th. Mr. Beke said the APC is in support of the conduct of the election and the party has already submitted the list of candidates for the polls. Meanwhile, the local government election in Rivers State will be another opportunity for the people to witness the rebirth of a new political structure that they can own. This is coming from the governor of the state, Siminalayi Fubara, when he received a group known as the Simplicity Movement, made up of members from various political backgrounds at the Government House, Port Harcourt. The group marched from their newly inaugurated secretariat to the Government House. Our correspondent, Deborah Agbalama, has this report.
It was a charged atmosphere here in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, as members of the Simplicity Movement, a coalition of River State indigenes and non-indigenes from different political affiliations, took to the streets as they marched to the Government House to express their loyalty to the administration of Governor Siminalayi Fubara. On arrival at the Government House, the governor himself was there to receive them. Without wasting their time, the leader and founder of the movement, Sobomabo Jakarich, stated the reason for their visit.
Because this project is its own project. The name Simplicity is because of its simpleness, and that is why we coined it, and his name is Siminalayi. So we just coined the name from his own name. So for him to know that we are not, we don't have any ulterior motive, but to support his government. We saw all he has been doing between this very short period. To be sincere, he has not, stayed up to 2 years. But you and I knew already. You heard his speech. You heard all the things we counted out there that the man has done.
On his part, Governor Fubara expressed his gratitude to the movement for standing by him at all times, just as he used the opportunity of the visit to appeal to residents of the state to participate in the local government council election slated for October 5.
Our message is very simple and straight. We must join hands together. Everyone, even if it means joining our legs, we must protect our states. Yes. We must defend the dignity of our states. We must ensure that the commonwealth of this state belongs to everyone.
Just before they marched to the government house, the Simplicity Movement inaugurated their secretariat in Port Harcourt, where the spokesperson of the group and others highlighted what the group stands for.
We will not allow chaos to disrupt the process we are making. Let them take their troubles elsewhere. We have seen their antics in other states, but they should not mistake our silence for weakness. Rivers State will not tolerate such disruptions, and we stand prepared to defend our state's peace and prosperity.
We are happy to be a member and partaker of this movement.
The prolonged political crisis in the state has seen different groups showing support to their leaders across the spectrums. However, the upcoming local government election may just serve as a litmus test for all the political actors to flex their muscles as the clock ticks towards the 2027 governorship election. Deborah Abalama, Channels Television News.
Staying with the local government elections in Rivers State, the Inter-Party Advisory Council, an association of registered political parties in Nigeria, has endorsed the date. At a media briefing in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State chairman of the association, Mr. Solumia Osaro, said their decision was based on careful observation that there is no valid court order preventing the State Independent Electoral Commission from conducting the exercise. Mr. Osaro explained that a recent Federal High Court order in Abuja does not hold weight because it came after a Port Harcourt Court of Equal Jurisdiction already ordered the election to proceed.
The October 5th election, sanctioned by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, remains sacrosanct. We are very much aware that there are conflicting court judgments that have thrown members of the public, members of IPAC, members of our various political parties into some level of discomfort. And that is why we are addressing the press today to inform everyone, particularly our members, our candidates, those who have passed through processes, those who have committed their energies, resources, time to participate in this election, to prove that we are ready to provide leadership at the grassroots level in our various local governments to stand firm that the election will hold. We are standing on the authority of the judgment delivered by Honorable Justice Igwe of the Rivers State High Court that has empowered, authorized and allowed RISEC to conduct this election with the 2023 INEC voters register.
Supporters of the People's Democratic Party PDP in Edo State have staged a protest to the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC headquarters in Benin City, denouncing the September 21st governorship election results. They are accusing INEC of manipulating the results in favor of the All Progressives Congress APC, whose governorship candidate, Mr. Monday Okwebolo, was declared winner of the election.
The one way we say they will certify for INEC here is different from the one way they give us for our unit. It's not supposed to be, not the one result, not the one election. So from the field to the state here, not supposed to be the same. So these people, one unit will get 3 different types of results. Three. I mean, these people are very wicked. If we had lost this election clean, we for come congratulate who win. But because they don't win, we not going to congratulate them. Now we congratulate them. They win any election. Not the way win.
Edo people came out to vote en masse. The election was peaceful until that night when I came here to this INEC. When that wreck must leave this state. He must go back to where he's from.
Yes, sir.
We are civilized people. He cannot turn this place to a banana republic. And INEC must be disbanded.
Yes!
If we want to have a truly democratic nation, we must have an INEC that is truly independent. The INEC now is a branch of the APC, supported by the Nigerian police force.
That's the program today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Melinda Akinlami.